So tell me a little bit about why you decided to speak more to the effects of having the importance of having seeing ourselves in imagery. Why is that so important?
Well, I learned the hard way. My daughter, my oldest, when she was younger and we're starting this homeschooling journey, she reminded me frequently that she was never seeing anyone who looked like us in any of her schoolwork. And thank goodness that she was very outgoing, she speaks her mind. I honestly would have never thought of it. Seems so obvious to me now, but I was raising her the way I was raised, and it just never came up. Once it became an issue with her, I really dug in and I was like, okay, I got to do something different. And we just kind of blew up the spot.
My name is Esau McKnight, actor, stuntman, martial artist. Today, I did an episode of the Tina Ramsey Show. She is so amazing. I had such a great time chatting with Tina. What a professional effort she always puts forward. Thank you so much for having me, Tina.
A really great experience on the Tina Ramsey Show. I felt like she really asked some valuable questions that can help a lot of people, especially in regards to monetizing. And so the vibe was great. I honestly wouldn't mind coming back on again if she invite me. And I felt like the conversation just flowed. So I am super happy and I can't wait for the show to air on every single platform out there. And thank you again.
Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, the host of the Tina Ramsey Show and podcast powered by CTR Media Network. And we are on location, yes, at the Flourish Black Homeschooling Conference here in Decatur, Georgia. And I know you see her sitting right here. So who is this amazing lady? This is Amber O'Neal Johnston. And she is going to be telling us all about herself and what she does in the homeschooling world. So Amber, thank you so much for being a featured guest on the show. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, thank you for having me. As she said, I'm Amber O'Neal Johnston, also known as Heritage Mom, and I am an author of a book called A Place to Belong, about raising children with cultural diversity and home life in mind. And I am a speaker. I speak at different conferences, and I'll be speaking at this conference tomorrow. I'll be speaking about beautiful images and books, mirrors, using books as mirrors for children, and the importance of Black books and curricula as we educate our children. I live here in Georgia. I have 4 kids. They're 14, 12, 10, and 8, and I have homeschooled them from the beginning.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so I'm a little different from you. I homeschool my children, but my son was in the 2nd grade, my daughter was in the 4th grade when I started. So they had a little bit of public school, and then the rest is homeschooling. So the fact that you started from the beginning, the only thing that I regret is that I didn't start from day one.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah,
that's good to know. Yeah. Sometimes I've always wondered, I'm like, should they have tried it first?
And I mean, you have to do that whole deschooling and everything to kind of like reprocess program and all that. So you didn't have to do all that. You started. So tell me a little bit about why you decided to speak more to the effects of having the importance of having seeing ourselves in imagery. Why is that so important?
Well, I learned the hard way. My daughter, my oldest, when she was younger and we're starting this homeschooling journey, she reminded me frequently that she was never seeing anyone who looked like us in any of her schoolwork. And thank goodness that she was very outgoing, she speaks her mind. I honestly would have never thought of it. Seems so obvious to me now, but I was raising her the way I was raised, and it just never came up. Once it became an issue with her, I really dug in and I was like, okay, I got to do something different. And we just kind of blew up the spot.
You definitely did that. You blew up the spot because you really created a whole community around making sure that you have diversity and inclusion, and making sure of the importance of seeing oneself in the representation of our homeschooling experience, and not just that, our life. And kudos to your baby girl, because she was like, wait a minute, Mom.
Yes.
I mean, everything that we're learning is good, but I want to see someone.
She did.
Looks like me. I mean,
she said that. Even at that young age, I'm still in awe, because I wouldn't have thought to be like that when I was her age, but yeah, she did. It's been eye-opening, and a lot of growth for me as well. I say it started because of her, but in the process, I've discovered myself as well.
Wow. And that just moves me, because many times we have all these different studies that go around. Is it really necessary? Is it important? And the resounding answer is yes.
Yes.
It's very, very important. We know how we feel when we see someone that look like us, someone that can understand our jargon and our language. It's very, very empowering. So the fact that I also said that your daughter, she brought that to your attention, and you as the mother, you adjusted.
Yes.
Okay? Because many times we so hooked on what we want to do.
Yes.
Because sometimes we all into the curriculum a little bit more than the child.
Right. It's like, I already paid for this. So.
But the fact that you was like, okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
And I am going to change this, and I am going to let you know that I'm listening. And so when you started looking around, did you find it easy to find curriculum that reflected us, or how did that go?
It did not go well. I did not find anything. I was looking and thinking I would see some of these kind of open and go, really easy to use programs and lesson guides that I saw in the traditional sense that didn't have any Black people about it. I was looking for the same thing, and it didn't exist. And, I had a fit to myself in my house. Like, this is going to be so hard. This is going to be so much extra work, And then I just kind of thought to myself, I saw her, I'm like, is she worth it? Am I willing as her mother to do what needs to be done for my child? And I decided I would. And then I started sharing it as Heritage Mom, because I was like, I did all this work. Somebody else got to see it. And I was like, I already did all of this. Why would I just keep it to myself? And I started wanting to say, hey, sis, I have this thing I made, would you like to use it? Or, and it kind of just grew from there. And it's been really beautiful. And I always tell people I love what I do, but I really wish I didn't have to do it. But this is where we are. And as other moms know, we will stop at nothing to protect our children and to lift them up and to prepare them for life, like for whole living, not just for a test or just for a certain grade, but for who they are as people.
I agree with you 100%. And so the fact that it wasn't easy for you. So in this process, your daughter not only saw that you was taking the time, because for me, one of the things I felt, I was like, wait a minute. The curriculum that do reflect us, it's mostly talking about slavery.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm like, our life did not start in chains.
Yes.
All right. We come from a beautiful background that we never hear about. And so you have to dig a little bit to find the rawness, the beauty of our culture. So what actually made you decide to call yourself Heritage Mom?
Oh my goodness. That's so funny, because I thought the change that occurred in me is that I really started to embrace my heritage and who I am. And that played out in so many different ways. In the music that we started playing in our homes, the art that we hung on the walls, the books that we were using, the places we were going, the places even we were choosing for vacation and field trips. And at the end of it, I thought, what is it that I really want to give my child? It wasn't an A+ in algebra. I mean, that's nice. But what was driving my days was this idea of giving her a very strong sense of rootedness and who she is, and that there were people that came before her and there will be people after her, and there was greatness and there will be greatness, and she is representing greatness. And I think that all just came to me as like heritage. So it became Heritage Mom, and it just kind of stuck.
So ultimately you became America's Heritage Mom for all of us, because like you said, you created all this stuff. You're like, listen, someone else is going to see this.
Yes, that's exactly how it started. I wish I had like a business plan and I was like, oh, I'm going to do this and that. But it was really like, oh my goodness, I just put in all these hours. I've got to show it to somebody, like another mom who will understand how beautiful this is.
Yeah.
And it grew from there. And then it became more mission-based because I started feeling the more pushback that came against what I was doing, the more determined I was to make it happen.
Well, I love what you do, and I'm so glad that this passion was driven not by you, but your amazing daughter, and how you, like you said, when mothers get together about our children,
you cannot stop us.
No, you can't. We're gonna figure it out, all right? And so the fact that you figured it out, and now you're becoming such a great place for our children and helping us, because it's not easy to build curriculum. It's not easy to pull all that together. And the fact that you took the time and making it easy for us. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And thank you. The producers actually helped.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
So
that's
tell us about your
wonderful.
book.
Okay. This is A Place to Belong, and it is a book that really celebrates the beauty of diversity and kinship in the home, and it talks about every area of your home life. It's not just a homeschooling book. Homeschoolers will love it, but it's really for all parents, and it talks about every area of your home life and how you can infuse your heritage, culture, legacy, a celebration of who your child is. And I always say that the idea is to give your child really deep roots so that they can spread wide branches to other people.
I absolutely love it. A place to belong. And at the end of the day, we just want to belong and know that we're being seen.
Yes.
And to understand the why. And so tell the audience how they can actually get in contact with you, for all the homeschooling parents that's out there that's looking for curriculum such as yours that may have never heard of it, and also just for ones who may want to explore. We have all these new homeschoolers coming. So tell us how they can find you on social media, website, all that good stuff.
Okay, so you can hear about the book at aplacetobelongbook.com, and my website is heritagemom.com, and I blog on there and have a newsletter, and you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Heritage Mom Blog.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Amber, for giving us some of your time. I can't wait to hear what you have to say with your presentation. You guys, make sure to check her out on all social media platforms, and make sure now, guess what, parents? You don't have to figure it out because she did the work. So go and support. Okay. And thank you so much for taking the time. You guys, you know what I always tell you at the end of every show. If no one told you today that you matter, that you are worthy, and that you are loved, I want you to know that I love you and that you matter and that you are worthy. And so what do I want you to do until next time? I want you to do what? I want you to keep smiling. Make sure to tune in next week, same time, same place, on the Tina Ramsey Show, powered by CTR Media Network. Because guess what? It's time for you to come share, shine, and grow on the Tina Ramsey Show. Talk to you later. Bye.